Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I got a request from one of our subscribers that they want an update on the Wish stock. Since I've already talked about it before, I felt it was fair to give a quick update. The last time we talked about the stock, I prefaced this as do not buy. One moment, please. All right, sorry about that, guys. I wanted to make sure we don't get to disturb this live here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a technical analysis, artificial intelligence analysis, a brief sentimental, but most importantly, a fundamental analysis regarding the Wish stock. They had their earnings on in March, right? So we're going to go in and take a look at it. But I just have to just preface this right now. I'm not really satisfied. I'm not really. It's not like I'm not buying, right? I'm not even right. So let's just preface that. You could just end the video there, right? But if you want to continue and learn why, well, let's go further. So first things first, let's just preface this really quickly here. They are down 60. So they got a revenue was 289 million for their fourth quarter. There was a decrease in 64% year over year. I mean, come on, right? Look at Clover Health, right? Look at all the other companies, right? But yet again, we got a decrease here. Okay, invoice a small Oregon township of SAT 600. What's that? Can you, I don't know what that is. Sorry. Excuse my ignorance. So, or I'm just not, the coffee hasn't kicked in. So because of that, what I want to do is we're going to do a technical analysis because this could be a possible short squeeze stock. The fundamentals we'll go ahead and analyze right now. But what I want to do is I want us to take a look at some fundamentals, some graphs, I think, that would serve the group well, I would say. Yeah. So let's zoom in here so we can see. So already, in terms of this is a courtesy, we created this here. In terms of the short-term assets, it looks like they're able to handle their short-term liabilities and their long-term assets. They're able to handle long-term liabilities. So it seems like the company is able to hang on, right? So they got some maneuvers, right, based off of what we have here, okay? But in terms of the revenue growth, guys, because, again, when you have a company that I think is not profitable based off of my quick look here, when you have a company that's non-profitable with a negative $361 million in 2021, and you have a free cash flow here that's negative as well. The only thing we have really is to look at the revenue, right? And other things like the gross profit and whatnot. And, you can see it peaked up and it went down. And it's just not all too exciting. As you can see here, the quarters, these are every 3 months, right? A company reports, yes. If you look at the income, it is definitely trickling up, but again, they're diluting a lot, right? You see the share dilutions that happen, the outstanding shares, and I think you can see this here. If it does not show you from 2020 here and then on to 2021, so we see a share dilution, and that's what that basically is depicting. So based off of these and the average here, we can see that the revenue growth rate year over year is negative 63.6%. And we got that right here, right? Negative 64%. Let me zoom in here for you guys to see. So already, based off of these numbers in my head, I'm already saying, okay, yeah, I don't want to touch this. But I'm going to go further. I'm giving you kind of my process points, right? And for my students at the Mastering Stock Market course, where this is going to be a much more in-depth analysis, and we're going to go into the ins and outs of how to evaluate a company. And then for our Patreon members at Al Stock Alerts, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to use this whole AI here, which I think some of you guys got the hint on how to work it. But it is definitely a learning curve, so don't be mad at yourself. Yeah, not too much debt. So this company needs better management to turn itself around, and there could be a lot of potential here. But what does not excite me, if you just go down here, just a quick here. Just look at this gross profit. It's gross, isn't it? So it went from 3 months in from 342 to 169. So not that much of a profit, guys, as you can see. It's not looking too hot, right? Total operating expenses. Okay. Yeah. So in terms of what's happening here, I'm not really too satisfied. And as we get further in, I become more dissatisfied. My level of analysis starts to shrink because there's so many stocks out there with so much opportunity. I start to say, well, should I look at the SEC 13F filings to look at institutions? Why would I, right? I wouldn't. I mean, based off of this, whichever institution that buys this either is down underwater and knows something, or I don't know, just, it doesn't, as of right now, it's a no. But let's do our intrinsic value calculation and do our technical analysis, and let's, give it the benefit of the doubt and continue with our analysis. So based off of here, let's look at our Monte Carlo projection, which is our AI algorithmic projection, which shows us, hey, where could the stock go? So it's hovering anywhere between, around 2-ish, all the way down here at $1.7 and so $1.70. However, you do start to see it invert. So we may be ready for a U-turn on what the Monte Carlo is predicting. And this creates a bunch of what if situations. And this is kind of how
Monte Carlo simulations.
That's just a text to speech here. Monte Carlo simulation is a way for machine learning to predict the future. And it does all of these situations and all of these outruns to give you kind of a target here. So that's what that is for people that just don't know. In terms of the estimates, let's go ahead and take a look at any estimates of what people, just the AI and just in general, analysts think. And they do think that they might be able to turn a key here, and the revenue estimates might go forward. So hey, that's a good, that's something interesting. So that's good to hear. In terms of the technical analysis signals, let's see what it has in terms of any signals. So it is above the 100 MA, the 250. It is a B band, monthly high, the RSA divergence. So, but it is saying there could be a strong downturn. So that's kind of what the signals have here, okay? Let's look at here. So it says here, institutions have been buying as the stock dropped. So you're saying I should take a look at that. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Let's take a look. Yeah, Vanguard. Here, let me. Un momento, my pento. That's my Spanish. Hold on. All right. Let's pull up here, okay? Let's see what we have. So, this is just the recent SEC 13F filings, and this basically shows you institutions that own a particular percentage amount they have to report based off of 1976 law passed by Congress. So, you can see here the shares changed percent. You see a 252%, not too bad. That's not a lot. So in terms of the shares change, we see a lot of people canceling. Here's a 31%. I'm sure there's more in the past here, but this is going all the way to February, which is sufficient based off of the recent stock price movements. Yeah, I mean, it's not as impressive. It's not as impressive, right? And a good way to get at it is a good way to get at the wish is to take a look at what it directly in terms of the institutional growth it's been experiencing, and our AI technology can do that. So yeah, as I predicted. So as you can see here, we have 262 million shares owned by institutions. The ownership increase in the past 6 months is negative 0.6%, less than a percent. It's negative, right? So not a lot of it, the big boys are not stepping in, right? Yes, and it just crossed the 50 MA, which is exactly what we have. Our AI technology predicted that, which we talked about here, exactly. Again, this is a complete analysis, and then you all have access to it for less than $10 a month. I'm not too sure if you're in this already, but this is we have access to all our AI and everything that we offer, which would normally cost you over $200 a month. A lot more, actually. But anywho, let's go ahead and take a look at any unusual flow in terms of options. Let's go ahead and see. We got to put at 250 here, May. Okay. Let's take a look here at any big flows, any big bubbas coming in. And yeah, we know we put that in our AI. As you saw, it came up right above here. So in terms of big flow, let's take a look. We got a 5 here with a put. 2020 go long premium here. Yeah, not too impressive, guys. Not too impressive, right? Not too impressive. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at Twitter. What's Twitter talking about? Are they even talking about Wish? Nope. No talk on the Wish stock. Let's take a look at to see Wall Street Bets chatter. I don't see any. So sentimental, no one's really talking about it. Now let's go ahead and talk about the resistance levels and to see maybe we can trade this, right? My apologies. Let me Wish and look at the minute here. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take a look at the stock price, just the dollar amount here, 233. So as you can see here, and again, if you have the access to this technology, you would have found out that, hey, this reversed right here, and then we get bounced. So what people can do, they can buy here, wait for it to hit the support, and then they can see, oh, wow, okay, it's breaking. And as soon as it broke, they can sell. Once it gets back up there, okay, good. And you can see, whenever it gets to a support level, you can, or resistance, you can cringe. You can say, oh, okay, what should I sell it? You can put a stop loss down here, and you could have essentially rode this wave up. But we are approaching another level of resistance at $2.37. And we're going to see if we're going to be able to sustain this, or we're going to be able to break the $2.37 right here. And the next question that you might be asking, well, what about above that? What's the resistance level after that? Well, we have access to that type of data. And that basically is $2.49, right? And then $3.20, and then $3.93. So you can see kind of, there could be a U shape coming in. And again, this is technical analysis. We're going to go into the fundamentals to give you an actual price target based off of the intrinsic value calculation. All right. So, yeah, so let's go ahead further and let's go to the day. And I hope this is helpful. Please continue to comment here. Now, I appreciate that. And we're doing it cheap on purpose because I'm actually going into healthcare. And I have a long-term plan for this group. We're going to be doing a lot of great things in terms of putting this mastering stock market, more specifically the intelligent investor curriculum, into high schools in the future in the state of Arizona. That's my goal. So we are going to be doing this, hence why it's relatively very cheap and it's of good value. I mean, you're saving. People are making money. Let's put it that way. But we'll talk about that later. So, as you can see, we got $2.30 here. The next one's $3.22. And I hope you're writing this down or taking pictures or whatever you want to do, because these are the levels that it has to basically break. And if it doesn't, it's going to test the next level downwards of support. And once it does that, excuse me, my golden doodle here. Once it does that, it can either pass or drop. So that's essentially what's happening. But you can kind of form a cup and handle. So there's a lot going on with the market right now, and we may be hitting a bottom. So you just know that, right? So let's go in and take a look at the week. And the same thing here. Pardon me one moment. My dog wanted to get out, so my dog always comes first. I love my doggy. Okay, so my apologies. So anywho, as you can see here, it's $3.58, and then you have the $4.93. So these are the levels of resistance that it needs to cross. If not, it's going to test the bottom level of support, and if it passes through that, previous lines of support become resistance. Okay, just normal technical analysis here. Okay, so now that we went through that, sorry for the disruption in this live. I hope you can forgive me here. So now that we went through this, now let's look at any dark pool data. Because, maybe my friend, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Raj. My apologies if I unpronounced it correctly. Please correct me. the SEC 13F filings, you know, are not impressive, but we do have access to dark pool. Oh, it looks like, wait, let's see if there's any dark pool levels for Wish to see if any big boys are stepping in. So yeah, we got about 1.42 million shares at $2.23. So dark pool is stepping in. So that's interesting to see. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Wish here as well. Yes, you got the name right out. Yes. Woo, got it right. So there is no data found in terms of the actual block trades regarding it. Let's take a look at the flow sum right now to see what the call put ratio is, along with other things as well. There's no, my apologies for Clover. Let's see Wish. There it is. So in terms of calls and puts, Reds is puts. There's a lot of puts right now regarding Wish stock. There's more buys though and sells. So we are getting a little divergence here. We'll go ahead and investigate that with our algo flow. Again, algo flow is expensive technology that basically takes a look at all the option chains and graphs it for you. And it's a very sophisticated thing. Now, normally, my friends, if you go to, let's say, flow algo, this normally costs $199 to $149 a month. Okay, but again, it's included within our subscription. It's we like to be very fair here. So if you look at the flow or the algo flow here, you could start seeing the algo score starting to come down as the stock price goes up. So this is definitely indicative in telling me that we might be approaching a bearish sentiment. So just look out on that. But now let's see though on the 1 day to see if it's possibly going up. No, so it's red. That means it's going down. You see when it turns red versus green? Okay, so now let's look at our AI predictive model. And let's see what it says. And as it's calculating this, I'm going to go ahead and take this link, drop it down here for people that are interested in our Patreon here. There's a lot of great resources here. And looks like the AI couldn't predict anything. So let's just give a quick analysis right now. If you guys have not, there'll be a link down below if you are watching this on replay. If not, I'll put the link down here. This month is the last month for you guys to sign up for Webull and get 5 free stocks. It's right here. Literally, they said March 15, but they extended it to March 30 or something. So just please make sure you take advantage of this. 5 free stocks valued up to $9,600. I mean, that's a lot, right? And make sure you deposit at least a penny. Okay, you just got to deposit at least a penny. You get 5 free stocks. It's a no-brainer. In terms of our Discord, we get access to the artificial intelligence technology price targets, a lot of these auto AIs, which a lot of our members are really loving it. In terms of profits, we have just one of our members say here, let me just, I just made a day trade, only been here for 5 days and he made 15%. We got Kenny here, has only been here for 2 days and essentially is up $2,500. Our system works and our platform is growing and I would love to have you guys on. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at our intrinsic value calculation. This is our proprietary calculator in our Mastering Stock Market course. Again, link down below if you're interested. And within that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to calculate the intrinsic value of the Wish stock. Now, let me just go ahead, give me a moment to just reload it because it's been stagnant here. There it is. I just want to make sure I zoomed in here enough for you guys to see. So how am I going to calculate this? Very simply put, I'm going to be taking the revenue here and I'm going to multiply it by 7% to estimate the future free cash flow, assuming hopefully it becomes free cash flow positive in the future. That's the best thing we can do, guys. That's the best thing. So we're going to take it from this direction here all the way, and we're going to take it to 25.41, and then unfortunately here it's dropping. So this is of scarcity because if the revenue drops, that means we could be in a future downturn, which is why the stock's going down. But we're going to estimate the value as of now, and that should be sufficient. So 2085, I'm going to just put 2085 here. So 2085, and this was in 2021. We're going to do 2020. We're going to do 2019, 2018, and I believe, my apologies if yes, 2017. Okay. So these are going to be the revenues, and this is how much they made. 1101, 1728, 191, 1901, and then 2541. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and multiply by 7%. Okay. And this will estimate the future free cash flows. And again, you can calculate, if you guys want access to this, you can calculate any stock price you want. It's a very powerful tool along with everything that we offer here. Okay, so then now we have these estimated free cash flows. That's the Discord channel here. I'm going to go ahead and exit it out. Yeah. So we're assuming that they're going to be making more money in the future here, but unfortunately, they did drop. So the updated price target won't be as pretty as what might one expect. But we're going to, lay it down for you. 133.07, 177.87, 145.95. Okay, so there it is. Now we're going to take a look at 2017. They got a 1101. And 2021, they got 2085. So they're growing 17% on average from that direction overall, which we know it's not true. They're actually going down now, but we're going to be giving this. And in terms of the shares, they got 629 shares. I always like to just reconfirm. So I'll just do reconfirm here with seeking. Because I'm in an incognito. Wish. Want to make sure everything is legit for you guys here. Yeah. No good, no good. So yeah, we're just going to go with this number here and 629, okay? So we're going to put 629 and we're going to see the stock price. So based on the stock price, it should hover anywhere between $4.32 to $8, and you got the $5.71. Now, what I think is interesting here, what I want to do is, let's go back to Discord. Let's log back in. Let's go here. And let's go down to company stock. There it is. And let's see what analysts think. And when our brain machine comes online, it'll be more in depth. But I'm curious to see what analysts think for the Wish stock. So the analyst consensus is $3.63. So we're getting $4.32 for the bear case. Now, if we take a 20% margin of safety, we have 0.8. $3.40, which is, right in line with what analysts are predicting. So I would say there are better deals out there when it comes to other stocks. I mean, you're having a stock like Clover running up 160%, but what am I? I'm just a YouTuber. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, right? So I hope that was helpful. Please, if you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and whatever the YouTubers say, atomic bomb the subscribe and karate chop the like button and hit the dislike button twice. That was a good one, huh? Right? And I crack myself. I'm such a stupid nerd sometimes. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please reach out here and and if you like this AI that we have along with our price targets and all the other stuff that we offer here, definitely consider getting into our all stock alerts here and our mastering stock market course, which is lifetime all, and our bundle. So we got a lot of products that are definitely of value, and we hope to see you there. As always, it is a privilege and honor. Thank you, guys. Peace. Oh, wait. Oh, before I go, Raj, it is a privilege. It is a privilege. We just want to help give back to the community, and that's all. That's all. God bless you all. See ya.